prime tuning basin in Richmond that runs to the lake. It was curious to whose responsibility is that to take care of that. It's got holes in it now that you could lose a small child in.
I'm sorry,
If it's on private property, it wouldn't be out.
Prime tuning.
Mark?
Prime tuning.
along the,
Yeah, they're all the way down. It goes all on the south side. It goes all the way to the lake.
okay.
This on the township property?
It crosses private property to get to the lake, and it is private property on the south side.
Is that where you're talking about that has the holes in it?
Yes, down by the lake. It runs by our beach area, which, that's our responsibility. That's fine. I just want to know.
Mr. Thomas, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
I'm trying to, any of the problem on township property? The township road, ditch?
It's part of the township's right of way on that road. That drain is in the right of way of the township.
To a point, and then it goes across private property, correct, down to the lake?
Yes.
And the problem with the line
Is on the private property.
on the private property, not with the line of public property,
Correct.
township property, I mean. It's on
The
private.
line runs across private property to get to the lake, but it's pretty much I'll say township water that's being discharged through it.
Where is the problem with the pipe?
Oh, about,
I mean, on private property.
it's on the private property.
As I see, it's not a township problem. I don't think.
Okay, well,
I don't think it's.
then if I wanted to eliminate the pipe, I could just eliminate it.
And
I have two choices.
swale it?
No, get rid of it. It's not doing anything. It's taking care of township water.
It's water for your allotment.
Okay,
We could put all that water, you don't want all that water going into the houses, all those properties drain to
I
that
understand
ditch.
that.
So it is not all water that comes off the road that goes down to
Okay,
that.
I understand
It's
that.
everyone's water, it's everyone's.
I understand that. So, what had happened years past, there's an abandoned pipe that goes under Basin Street, Basin Avenue. That has since been abandoned. And I don't remember as a kid, but it could have been there. There was a catch basin added at the end of Pine Tuning, which now, the water that runs down Basin Street, down the south side of Pine Tuning Street, comes under the road to a culvert pipe, and then runs down that 12-inch pipe to the lake. So now we're draining Heidi Cooper allotment, Horner allotment, and we're draining it all through that 12-inch pipe that is hugely undersized. That there's another catch basin that's abandoned. So my thought is, years ago, to resolve an issue, somebody threw a catch basin in and tied it into what I'm going to call our drain pipe. So that, we're taking the water from the whole corner, ours, Horner allotment, and all I'm asking for is a contribution to help get it taken care of. Whether you supply the pipe, the labor.
Yeah. So, I didn't get right down in there, get in, looking at everything, how everything goes, but it's been that way for a long time. What usually happens is, used to be probably a swale or a waterway that went to the lake, and of course, when they build allotments, they gotta divert the water somewhere. So that was probably the easiest way to go, was that way. And I think that used to be an old, access for the fire departments to go down to get water.
I think we still keep it as an access, allow it to be an access for emergency, to get down there, pump water, do
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a big gate down there, to make sure that stays there.
Is this the same pipe that you were talking to Maria about?
No.
Okay.
No. There's a lot of added pipes. People have taken and filled in. Nobody wants to take care of an empty ditch. They want to close it all in. So they put whatever they could put into these ditches, and they cover it over. Nobody ever says anything, and of course, somebody's gotta take care of it sooner or later. But the water has to make it to the lake, that's why the lake is there. So, I imagine probably what happened years ago is they probably didn't wanna have that swale, open swale like everybody should have. And, put in sections of pipes, pieces of pipes, whatever. I've seen hot water heaters, I've seen 5-gallon buckets. Just to get the water out of there somehow and be able to cover it up and make it mowable for their lawnmowers and stuff. I mean, that's all around the whole lake. It's just not in that area.
Then in fact, the township runs the water into the private pipe. I mean.
I don't think anybody knows.
Oh, it's definitely ran into it, but how it happened, no one knows.
How it happened, we don't know when this allotment was set up. How many moons ago.
It was not our allotment, it would have been the Harnett allotment. Our drainage is all privately done and goes to the lake down the other end, down Cullum, down Sargent, and down the other street that, the one that you guys actually plow, is, those all drains are all handled and done separately to the lake.
So we don't know whether or not we installed the pipe that's going to the lake. Township installed it, or who installed it?
No.
Nobody knows who installed all those pipes that go to the lake. There's a lot of pipes that go to the lake, but nobody knows who installed them. Because it was done so long ago.
So it being a 12-inch pipe, my other thought is, anybody that understands anything about moving water, you aren't gonna move that much water. You might move the south side of Conneaut Avenue alone, through a 12-inch pipe. You're not gonna do basin and both sides of Conneaut in a 12-inch pipe. The other thing, part of my question is, down at the corner of Basin and Center, that water comes down into that catch basin, and there's an 8-inch discharge or 10-inch discharge that dumps into a ditch that can't get to the lake. It's got 2, 3, or 4-inch plastic pipes that I don't know who run, that would be down at the end of Center. So when that fills up and it can't take any more, then it just pushes its way back up Basin Street, and then there's water everywhere. And at one time, there was a grant, talk about a grant to take that water out of the corner of Basin and Center and take it to the canal. And I don't know what the status of that grant or what that project is anymore.
There wasn't any grant, it was Maria was looking into that as far as if it was possible to go into that canal.
So that's been a year and a half or so ago. I'm just curious to find out at what stage that's at also.
She left, and Mrs. Crawford was gonna check into it for me, but I haven't heard anything back from them.
Because it's also the property at 10739 or something, they had put stones in their culvert ditch, which actually raises it up. And Joel was there to shoot it. It's like 6 inches higher at that end versus the west side. So, and then that's never been addressed. So there's substantial amount of water issues over there, and I don't, my main reason here is to find out what we can do about that 12-inch pipe, because that will alleviate a lot of Basin Street water, Center Avenue water. If we get that pipe put in larger, we can, not fix the issue, but surely make it a heck of a lot better.
Well, the biggest problem is going across private land.
You have to get an easement.
We'll put it in, just supplies the pipe. Give us 15
You
or
would
18
have to
inch
definitely
pipe.
go through conservation.
What about putting the
district
swale?
permit.
Put the swell back in.
You can't get a truck through then. You can't get a fire truck through the swale.
I don't know why, the swells aren't.
They
like
probably
they
won't
normal.
use that now.
They're real shallow now. Swells are
we gotta do to get rid of the water, I mean, but that pipe is down 3 foot. So, to put a swale, now you gotta put a swale across Richmond. You can't bring it up any higher because the elevation changed from the top of Tuning Ave to Basin Street's pretty flat. But to the top of Tuning Ave where it starts, you got probably 2 feet 30 inches. I'd have to shoot it and see, but you can't raise it up. You know, so is a 3-foot swale a feasible thing? Not when it goes across the beach and the kids play there, I don't think.
It's so flat down in there, it's, you know, you get the lake level up and everything, it's gonna be hard to keep water. That's why now when you build near the lake, build your house up higher.
I understand that, but that pipe is so full of water, it comes out of the top of the catch basin. You know, and even with the lake being low, below the pipe.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You know, there's that much volume. All I'm asking is just, can we get, you know, that pipe's already bad. I don't feel we need to put in a 15 or 18 inch pipe in to accommodate everybody else. Because 12 inches isn't gonna do anybody any good. It ain't gonna do us any good other than the fact that we can get it to a pipe out of there and don't have to worry about a kid putting his foot in it.
Well, I think the first thing you gotta do is you gotta go through the conservation district.
You can't put anything to the pipe and then the lake, unless you can
That's
contact
gonna have to
them.
be cleared with them before we can do anything. Yeah, we'll have to check and see what they expect, I guess.
The water had to go there at some point. It had to go there at some point.
What do you mean?
When the houses weren't there, when there was nobody building or anything, the water has to go to the lake somehow.
Oh, that was all swamp.
Yeah, so.
That was, you couldn't walk back there
Oh, I
back
believe
in
it.
the day.
Oh, I know, it's just like.
And I'm not saying, I'm just saying that, you know, it moves, but, you know, when was that catch basin put in?
Can't tell you.
After, you know,
I don't know if a private
You know.
entity did it, or, you know, could have been the association, who knows?
we don't know, that's the thing is, and we'd like to get
There could have
the
been a
issue
swale,
resolved.
and somebody put a catch basin so it was piped, so it was flatter instead of a swale.
Could never been a swale.
You don't know that, a long time ago, it could have been.
Could have been a creek down
It
there.
could have been a creek, I mean, a swell, like I say, from the elevation change all the way down there, it would have been 3 foot deep.
You just never know.
The problem is the water wants to go to the lake, so if everybody keeps building their houses closer, or higher and closer together, how's it gonna get there? That's what's gonna happen, you know, down Aldina and that someday, because that gets flooded, and it goes across Aldina and down, you know, from the swamp.
Could your 12-inch pipe be filled with silt?
Oh, it's probably most definitely dirty.
What you think's a 12-inch pipe might be like, you know, maybe this big because of leaves and silt.
I'm just looking, like I say, I mean, the amount of water that goes through, I'm just looking to see, okay, hey, you know what? We're draining out all kinds of water. And being just a small community, you know, why should we have to put the bill for, you know, to replace a pipe? I'm trying to accommodate everybody and save everybody some expense. You know, and if I have to call the conservation,
I think that's probably the first
I
place
would
you're
cross
gonna
it.
have to start.
That's where you have to start.
Call them, see what they say, and then come back and talk to us again, maybe we can.
well, what's your intentions to do with the north side and Basin Street? Keep it there? So that they're gonna wanna know what the flows are and where they're coming from.
Well, I guess the best thing to do would be either have Mark and one of us supervisors go over with you and scout the area, and then we'll go from that direction.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you get an appointment with the conservation, they always
Yeah,
invite
but-
us and we all go out and look.
Yeah, we could do
Yeah,
that.
like I say, 'cause I don't know, and do they charge anything for them coming out?
There's your tax dollars.
Oh, boy. Yeah, 'cause they're probably gonna want some kind
And
of,
they're the ones that have to get
some
the
kind
permit
of,
for
you
it.
know, culvert maybe at the end, or a swale at the end with some stone, something to clean the water up before it goes back to the lake.
Well,
Which that's feasible down at that end, but it's not really feasible to keep that as an emergency exit entrance for fire trucks or anything, ambulance. You know, once it goes past the other side of the gate, I don't see it being a problem.
this, you get a hold of the conservation district, get a hold of us then, we'll all meet out there and we'll walk it and try to get some kind of answers for it.
That's fine. You have someone have a number, contact, and how about you want to involve them in that Center Avenue thing too?
You can
Or
ask them about it while they're here.
They'll
Why not?
look
They'll look at all of it,
That was the whole project.
so that, you know, maybe it'll help you, I don't know.
Well, that's more so my dad lives over there, and he asked me to bring that up, so
Okay, yeah.
regardless,
I
that
don't have a
water's all
problem. I
coming
mean, if we're there,
our
why
direction.
not look at everything?
Yeah, well, like I say, if you cleaned up maybe Center and Basin and got rid of that water, maybe it wouldn't be so bad where we're at, but we would like to get it repaired properly. We thought about just throwing another 12-inch pipe on, head on down the road, not saying anything, but that can of worms we don't necessarily
No.
wanna open.
Okay. All right, we'll give you the number, you get a hold of Conservation District, and then let us know when we're gonna meet out there. We'll meet out there with you, Conservation District, and us, and Mark, and maybe we can get some answers.
Perfect.
Okay?
Hmm?
Sounds good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Tim?
Brian, do you have anything?
When you get further along in the agenda,
Yes, sir?
under Mr. Thomas's reports about the Franklin Township lease agreement,
Yes, sir?
I recall nothing ever being discussed at these meetings here about that. I'm hoping for some explanation and background on what this is all about.
Okay, we can do that.
Thank you.
Anything?
Yes, I just wondered why the meetings here every month are at 1 o'clock and not a later time.
They're here at 1 o'clock to save us from paying overtime. For Mark,
Utilities.
saving the utilities, the lights, and everything being on, they're on right now, but it's,
Can they make some kind of motion or kind of vote to move the meetings?
if there's a meeting, a public comment meeting,
Okay,
it's at 6:30 or 7 o'clock.
what day, what,
I don't know, but well, all depends on when they want it.
If
Okay.
there's a special meeting,
It'll be advertised.
it's
Okay.
advertised, they're always in the evening. So those one, like if we have a special meeting for something else going on, those are always in the evening.
because there's a lot of people who work, like myself, that come in at 1 o'clock, and unfortunately, a lot of people can't make it here at this time.
We have bigger crowds now than when we had them at 7 o'clock,
Really?
and I will be a witness to that, yes, sir.
Some people don't like to drive at night, they'd rather come during the day.
I just thought I'd make it a fair thing.
They've always stated that if somebody wanted to come and talk to them, and have a specific, especially if it's a specific issue, that there's gonna be a lot of people, that they would have a meeting in the evening to meet with those people.
Okay.
To my knowledge, I've never had anybody ask that. And we've been doing them at 1 o'clock now
We did
for.
that when we had the egg issue.
Yeah.
We had a night meeting.
So I attend our council meetings down home, and it's always been 7 p.m. And mostly everybody I talk to, their township or their city or municipal is always 6, 7 o'clock for after.
There's numerous ones that are during the day. Well, there's one that Joe does at 10 o'clock
In the morning.
in the morning.
Not a lot of people have been talking about it. Just fair I bring it up.
Yeah, there's several do it during the day.
I
It
did-
makes it easier for the professional people that actually have to come, because it's during their work day, so if there's an
Is that all?
Well, I didn't register with you to speak, so I'll talk to you after the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Make a motion, we return to the regular order of business.
Second by Bonnie. Any further discussion on returning? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Motion to approve the minutes of 10/8/19, Board of Supervisors, and 11/8/19. Special meeting bid opening for municipal waste contract. Bonnie,
Oh, second.
second by Kevin. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Mark, you're up.
How's everybody doing today? Everybody like this snow? Finished, fall mowing program. Mowed back brush at rec area. Winterized rec area. Raked rec area parking lots. Spray patch various roads. Cleared beaver guards several times. We're still dealing with the beaver. Finished fall grading program. Installed plow line markers, posts along various roads. Filled potholes with bermer. Cold patch various roads with potholes. Marked all roads drain tile lines. Cleared limbs and debris from roadway on various storm events. We received our rock salt shipment for the winter. Replenished anti-skid in the stockpile. Repaired transmission on 621 loader. There was a bad solenoid, no high gear. Serviced all trucks for winter operations. Installed plows, hoppers, sand spreaders on the trucks. We also undercoated them. That's about what we did this last month.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay,
Rest of your time.
the truck back to,
Yeah, I went back to A&H, there was a hydraulic issue and a couple other problems, and they were gonna install the protector behind the cab,
right,
and they decided, since it had to go back to them, that they would just do it down there rather than trying to lift it out here and manhandle it. I called them today, they said the truck's there, so I wanted to make sure, because they picked it up last night. You wanted to talk about the replacement of the...
yes, please.
Well, after we get this truck done, that's our next event. We'll have to, I've got a couple vendors looking into some trucks, ones that are already finished. It's basically a cookie cutter truck. Hopefully that'll go easy. They never, usually you gotta take it back for something. They're never, used right off the bat. You always find something that you gotta have tweaked. We talked about constructing possibly a salt shed for next year to be able to hold more salt. We're still in the early phases of that.
Okay, on the 550, we don't know if there's any two-wheel drive available, or
I haven't heard from
if we have to go to a four-wheel drive, so be it. I don't want to do a chassis and do another build-up if I can help it after this last year. That's my thoughts on it. I don't know, Kevin, I don't know how you feel with Lonnie, but we waited a long time for this truck and it's still not ready yet, so,
That was early spring,
yes.
or actually almost late winter, early spring.
So, I want one that's already built and go from there. If we have to go four-wheel drive, and it's gonna cost us a little bit more, I think we're gonna get the money out of it in the end whenever we turn it back. So, that's my thoughts on it, and like I said, I don't know what the other two think about it, but it's just one of those things.
If they can't find you what you want exactly, we'll figure something out.
And I'm sure it's not gonna have everything we want,
Could go either way.
Yeah. Okay,
Just curious, who's the vendor on that truck?
which one?
The one you're referring to here?
The big one?
So, the one that's so late being in service?
A&H.
That's the upfitter. That's-
They are out of Somerset, PA. And I got good reviews from people. They said, oh, you need a truck, call A&H, they'll get it right back to you.
I'm familiar with Zaresco equipment in Pittsburgh and Sabre equipment in Coriopolis, that I know both do that kind of equipment, cab and chassis and start to build. And,
Well, the only thing with this one was, it was a little different setup, because we got what they call the hook and go system, where we can take that bed off and put a flat bed on,
yeah.
or, so we sort of had to, this was a jobber that did that, right? So, I don't know.
Some of the problem was that they were halfway in the build, and two guys were delivering a truck, and somebody had hit one of the vehicles and spun it around into the other guy that was behind them, and they've both been off for medical leave purposes. So that's two guys they didn't have at their shop, so they've had to double up one guy.
But, you're at their mercy.
Yeah.
As much as you want it and need it, it would have been nice to have this truck here in July, so we could have got all the bugs out of it, but we didn't, so we still have our old truck, so that's what we're using right now, and spreading brine.
Not where you want it to be.
Not where we want it to be, no. Okay?
Thank you.
So on the salt shed, if we have to go to salt, Mark, it's cheaper than brine. It might behoove us to go with rock salt and anti-skid. But in order to do that, we need a bigger shed, storage. So,
I think we could do most of that ourselves.
well,
They're way
pretty
they're
simple,
built now.
the way they're built is just on the bollards and they put a dome on top.
Any, a lot of storage used to do it.
Right. So we might have to do that. I don't know when that'll happen. Don't know if that's gonna happen this year, or if it's gonna happen in the spring, or what. We're sort of waiting on, to hear the outcome through PSATs, that they're trying to get us to be able to use conventional well salt brine, not the deep stuff, but conventional wells like are around here, to spread the brine. It's a savings, it's free. And it's like, come on, get it here, but, anything that's gotta go through the legislation down in Harrisburg never happens overnight.
There was a lawsuit filed, and since there was a lawsuit filed, DEP does not allow you to now put any of that brine down until this lawsuit ends. And it's been at least 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2 or 3.
And it's, like I said, it's looking like maybe they might do the conventional wells, and I hope they do. If they don't, then we're either gonna have to make our own brine, buy brine, or go to the rock salt. And the rock salt would be the cheapest way of it, so in order to do that, we'd have to store it.
It still needs some brine though. You can't not
Yeah, we
use.
use
Yeah.
that for pest control. That's building.
But
Is what it is.
hopefully this will eventually get by. All we can do is keep trying and keep asking. I ask every time I go down to Harrisburg on this thing, I said, we get salt brine yet? No, I haven't got salt brine yet, but they at least know I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
That was a big thing at the convention
Yeah.
too.
So hopefully it'll work. I mean, is it gonna work tomorrow? No. Is it gonna work next week? No. Probably not the next month, probably not this year, but hopefully next year it will. Okay? Zoning officers report.
There were 3 zoning permits issued in October with an estimated construction cost, didn't change that, of $235,900. There was, 2 sheds, and then one of them was a new housing start, so. There was no zoning hearing board meeting in October or November. Planning Commission met on October 21st and reviewed the Hamilton subdivision. They recommended approval, and the board has already approved that tonight. Subdivision ordinance, I did receive a list